From Jeremy, what's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast, episode 2659, Thursday, August the 17th, and we have a rare but delicious Swole After Dark episode for you today. Jeremy writes, being part of the Swole fam has changed everything for me, far beyond just nutrition and training. My outlook on life is different. My attitude is far better. My ability to handle stress is at an all-time high, and I'm rarely angry anymore. And when I am, I'm far more capable of handling it. Yoga is a key component in all of that. It's gotten me far more in tune with myself for sure. It's been a great 15 months and no stopping the gain train now. 127 pounds down. That's right. The last 50 were as a member of the Swole fam, and by far the most important and impactful, but it's the yoga and mobility training that have been the biggest life changer, along with the elimination diet. Hashtag Swole fam. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing, Jeremy. And yoga is absolutely amazing. And of course, we do these Swole fam spotlights at the beginning of every episode. But I love how each one is a little bit different. I love how each one is a little bit unique. And this one is focusing a little bit more on the yoga, on the mindfulness, on not being angry, on being present, on being more capable, which I think is something that we can all aim for and we can all wish for. But you have to work for it. That's how you can handle more shit. You challenge yourself, you push yourself, you develop yourself. And the more resilient you become, the more you can handle life's challenges. So shout out to Jeremy. And if you are ready to join Jeremy, myself, and the rest of the Swole fam inside Swolenormous X, my goodness, do you know exactly where to go? Head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the Swole fam today. And now let's get into today's Swole After Dark, an evening cast. Today was a beast of a day. Picked up some new equipment and man, everything. It was a great day, but it was kind of like everything that could, I wouldn't say go wrong, but it was just, there was a lot, but it was a great day. And I hope you had a great day too. Let's get into today's episode in 3, 2, Schwam. 2659. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Power in numbers and representation.
Fat people are humans.
Size privilege.
Diet.
You don't have any power.
Stupidity!
Diabetes.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
With the wall armor.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2659 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you bees.
Fucking Catalina wine.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. It is a Swole After Dark. That's right, we are making it just at the buzzer, but you know the deal. As long as the show starts before midnight, it counts. It counts. It plays. If I'm awake, it's still the same day. So we get it done no matter what happens. Now, there was no emergency. Every once in a while, things happen and, you know, the show goes on a little bit later, much later than normal. Usually it's in the morning or in the early afternoon. But at the same time, you know, it's going to go down. And this is great because you have the serendipity. Sometimes people get to catch the show, the live stream, that are unable to normally catch it. We have a lot of people on the West Coast, so it's normally now it's like 7, 8 o'clock. So it's a perfect time for some of you people. But we're making some gains. We're making some gains. We are taking some names. And today was a good day. It was a long day. And here we are. So let's get into it. Fam, I shouldn't say what are you smashing today. What did you smash? Because I'm sure most of you hath already smasheth. And drop that in the comments down below. Hit the thumbs up button. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you're banging your ear holes. And without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. We're not wasting time. We're going to get right into it. So let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. The voice of an angel, indeed. Indeed. Hashtag Swole After Dark. I love the trash talking in the comments. Lacey says, way past grandma's bedtime. And Matt said, holy shit, Lacey and Cerny are still awake. These old swole sluts know how to party. Indeed they do.
How dare you?
Indeed they do. We're all here. Cerny's on Pacific time, so, you know, I guess that's really late for you, Cerny, right? It's like almost 8 o'clock. Come on now. All right. But the swole sluts know when to show up. The swole sluts know when to be here. We're always here. We're getting it done. Come on. I'm here. You're here. We're all here. Let's get into that tip. Before we do, don't forget to go and check out the brand new merch drops. Fam, I cannot tell you how stoked I am. The next couple months are going to be probably some of the sickest merch that we've dropped. And we always drop sick merch. It's going to be even more sick. So the next couple months are going to be absolutely out of control. So make sure you go and check it out because we got Halloween coming up. I know it's August, but trust me, it comes quickly. That's what she said. The Nightmare Before Swolema's brand new drop over there at papasoya.com. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. Check out the brand new drops. Just click on New Releases. Just click on New Releases and you'll see everything there.
The little rascal has spirit.
New Releases. Ruiz the Apollo. Ruiz the Apollo at papasoya.com. If you've never seen Life of Brian, you're not going to get that, but we can't be friends if you've never seen that. All right, let's get into the first Swole fam post. Just the tip, fam. Let's moisturize. Babe, just an inch. All right. It's cold outside. We are in. First Swole fam post is from Joanne.
What's in the box?
Joanne says, when I have steak for breakfast, I always have to cook too. My son asks most mornings if we can listen to the Daily Swole, and he must always have steak if I'm having some. Doing something right. That is absolutely the truth.
I fucking
Excellent,
can.
Joanne and Joanne's son. May the gains be with you. May the gains be with both of you. We have a post here from Carrie, and Carrie writes, just a quick update, but I've lost my first 10 pounds. That is fantastic.
Wow.
I've still got a long way to go, but you got to start somewhere. Indeed, you do. My highest weight was 313 pounds, and today I weighed in at 303. I've still got around 130 pounds to lose, but I'm taking this one step at a time. My first goal is to get under 300, and I'm almost there. Yesterday was my birthday, and I could have used that as an excuse, but I didn't. It's been great so far. Thanks, fam. All right. Happy birthday, Carrie. So you've got around 130 pounds to lose. So I guess your goal or something is 170. I'm just curious. I don't know if Carrie's watching live. I'm just curious why. I'm always curious when people choose goal weights. I always wonder why they choose that weight. What does that number represent to you? But anyway, I like a couple things. I like a lot of things that Carrie said. First off, congratulations. Now stay focused because a lot of that's water weight. You know, some fat. It's like the initial loss. Keep going. Keep going. I love how it was your birthday. You stayed focused. Keep going. Trust me. Trust me. Your future self is going to thank you. Stay disciplined. Keep your head down. Keep posting. Oh my goodness. Stay focused on the 7 pillars. Stay focused on the 7 pillars. All right. So let's get you under 300. Keep focused. Keep after it. Congratulations. Good shit. Good shit, fam. Okay. Now let's get into, we got an email response from Armin. But first, if you're not on the email list, fam, if you're not on the email list, Matt Damon for sure. If you're not on the email list, you can't respond to the emails. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't respond to an email you don't receive. And how do you receive these amazing emails? How do you get your inbox stretched out with a knowledge cock? Fam, you have to go to makeemailswoleagain.com. Now, you probably get tired of opening emails. You get tired of all the spam. You get tired of getting gangbanged with all this nonsense. It's absolutely terrible. I get it. You don't even notice any emails coming in. You're just run through. So I get it. But let's rejuvenate your inbox. I'll make it feel like it's 1993. You're on dial-up. You just got through. You hit the busy signals. You got the busy tone for like 25 minutes. You had the auto redialer on. You finally got through. Beyong. And now you can finally send your email. And you can check to see if your friend is online by entering their screen name in AOL 2.7. Nay, you just got the color version. Okay? So let's take you back in time. Let's take you back in time. After you check your email, you can go and check your beeper. Answer some messages. You know what I'm saying? MakeEmailSwoleAgain.com. You've got knowledge cock. MakeEmailSwoleAgain.com. I love the in-depth pitch for the email list. All right. Armin responds to, how often should you work out? Armin writes, Papa Swole, I train 3 times a week with active recovery days in between. It's been 3 months since I've been doing that, and I made more progress in those 3 months than I made in a year of training 6 days a week. My nutrition recovery is on point. That helps me get my goals for each and every day. Thank you, Papa, for all the knowledge and wisdom, and may God bless you. Oh my goodness. May the gains bless you as well. That's great. I train 3 times a week with active recovery days in between, and it's been 3 months and made more progress than in a year of doing 6 days a week. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is make sure you are focusing on recovery. It's not how much you train. It's the quality of your training. It's not how many sets you do. It's what your intensity is. What are those most intense stimulating reps? The stimulating reps of your set is usually around the last 4 or 5 repetitions. So are you pushing towards failure? Are you challenging yourself? Are you stimulating growth? And how do you stimulate growth? How do you stimulate growth? By lifting heavy weights, by progressively overloading, by challenging yourself, by pushing yourself above and beyond. But at the same time, you can't push yourself super, super hard for many, many, many sets. So you have to make sure that you are concise. You have to make sure you are like a sniper in the gym. You are putting all your effort into a few specific high quality sets, and then you can get to recovering. Active recovery, making sure that you're giving your body the time to repair and to grow. Remember, in the gym, you're creating the stimulus. I said the last 4 or 5 reps those are the stimulating reps, the stimulating reps. Okay, so you're stimulating the muscle. That doesn't make the muscle grow. It stimulates the muscle. It's that overload. You grow when you're not in the gym. You grow when you're eating. You grow when you're resting. So get in the gym, train hard, keep the volume less, maximize the stress on your muscles in a shorter amount of volume, and then get to recovering. That's fantastic. That's a good point. Matthew says Cerny can't call in without calling into a switchboard operator, so she sent a message via telegraph or snail mail. Swole 354, please. All right. We're talking shit in the chat. I think I missed the beginning of that, but I'm interested. All right, we're in some knowledge cock. If you got a question, drop in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. That's me, your host, and of course, I will answer it. All right, it's Swole After Dark. We got the smooth, sultry man vocals, the buttery man vocals. Swole After Dark. Ooh, yeah. We are here on the Daily Swole 2659.
Because Dickens.
And we are going to answer some questions. All right, we talking liver shits here, fam. Call 1-800-GET-SWOL. 1-800-GET-SWOLE. Riggs 1901. Papa Swolio, what maintenance/recovery routine do you follow outside the gym, i.e. sauna, cryo, etc.? I actually have not ever done cryo. I think Mama Swolio got me a gift, like a Groupon or something for cryo once, and I never actually did it. I never went. I just remembered that now when I saw the word cryo. But I do cold plunge. I have a cold plunge, and I'll tell you a little story about that. But I do it frequently. I don't necessarily do it every day, but I do it frequently. I do have a sauna, so I like to sauna regularly. I also don't do that every day, but I try to. I aspire to. So something, some of the things like outside the gym. So I'll do yoga. I'll go for walks. I get a lot of sun, things like that. Yoga, mobility. So yeah, walks with Rufus and things like that. So that's it's a great question. I think it's very essential. So he's talking about active recovery. In terms of the cold plunge, I used to do it for a while. I was doing it first thing in the morning, every day, no fail. First thing, cold plunge. Then the chiller broke. So it was like a month or so not having the cold plunge first thing. And let me tell you, I'm just reminding you, I'm telling you, because I've said this before, maybe you didn't hear that episode, but I'm saying this because I feel a lot better doing it the way I'm doing it now. When I didn't have it, from doing it every single morning, first thing, that was an anchor part of my routine. When I didn't have the ability to, a cold shower wouldn't cut it. When you're used to getting into like 38, 30, 40 degree water, a cold shower the water doesn't get that cold down here in Florida. And it might be cold for like, 10, 15 seconds because it's so hot, especially in the summer. So when I didn't have the cold plunge, at first I felt like a truck hit me because that's how I was waking up. That was my initial shock first thing. And I know that some of you are aware that coffee, you don't want to drink coffee first thing in the morning. You want to wait about 2 hours. You want your brain to wake up a little bit first, to clear out the elements that make you tired. In other words, you want your body to reabsorb, just to make it simple. You want your body to wake up a little bit naturally. That way you don't have the crash in the afternoon. You get more benefits from the caffeine. You want to wake up naturally a little bit. So I think sunlight first thing, I go for a walk first thing, I get outside at least. A lot of times I'll walk Rufus first thing in the morning. So anyway, I found a new routine and I adapted a little bit more. So once that happened, the feeling of not having that cold plunge first thing, when I had it for so long, I didn't like the way I felt without it. It just made me feel, it made me feel really So I felt vulnerable to having that first thing. So now I do it. Sometimes I do it before I work out. Sometimes I walk him and I'll do it a little bit later. Sometimes I don't do it. Today I didn't do it. And I like it a lot more. I feel a lot better. And also I think for me, I tend to hold myself, obviously. The podcast is every single day. We're here at 11 o'clock at night Eastern time because I couldn't do it earlier in the day. So habits for me are very important. But of course, you can imagine the more things you do, it's just more to the day. There's only so much time in the day. So sauna every day and the cold plunge and training and this and that, it would just start to be like running around to do things for my health. So I'm much more lax with it, especially in the summer when it's hot as hell. I'm sweating all day. Today I lost, I don't know how many pounds of sweating and hot. I don't need to sauna. The entire day was a sauna. So especially when I'm training out in the sun and it's hot and I don't put as much pressure on myself to sauna every day. If I feel like it, I'll do it. But it's not like, I have to. Otherwise, everything's going to fall apart. So make sure whatever you do, you want to be consistent, but you also don't want to just make sure that your recovery routine, make sure that your habits, just another message on top of this, because it's kind of got me down that rabbit hole. You don't want it to be a crutch. You don't want it to be something that you have to do. Otherwise, if you're not doing it, you feel like you're lacking. So in a sense, if you're consistent with your recovery routine or all those different things, if I miss a cold plunge and it negatively affects my day, right? If I didn't do my recovery and it negatively affects me and it makes me feel like shit, that's a crutch. That's a vulnerability. How is that really helping me? Like, I love training. And if today is okay, it's a workout day, it's a training day, and shit happens and I'm like, okay, I have to make an active recovery and I'll just lift heavy weights tomorrow. That's not the end of the world. I can't let that drag me down. So you shouldn't let anything that negatively affects your schedule fuck you up psychologically or physically affect you. And that's what the not having the cold plunge first thing did. I woke up and I just felt groggy first thing. So now I realized I have to find another way to just wake up. So get sunlight. I was doing that, but so instead of like just jumping around in the cold, I would go out and I get sun or I go and take him on a walk. So I kind of wake up anyway, get hot. And then afterwards I can cold plunge and then it's another boost and I have some coffee and then it's another boost. So just some thought. You don't want to have it negatively affect you if it doesn't go your way. So any of these recovery routines, just to make sure it integrates and understand that you don't have to do some of the things every day. I personally like a little bit of randomness. Now I don't put too much pressure on it and I enjoy doing it. And I feel a lot better with it rather than making it like a staple. Like I have to do that psychologically. It has to be the first thing. I feel like that created a little bit of definitely a negative response when I didn't have it, which made me like, all right, something's not right here. I don't want to depend on that because let's say the chiller breaks again, it's going to fuck me up again. Not anymore. So I know I talked a lot about that, but some of you probably do that. You think you get into a routine of something and you just don't want to be not a victim, but you want to be vulnerable to your routine. You want to be vulnerable to your schedule. So I think it's good for you to have something that's more flexible so you can be more consistent, but also different types of schedules and different blocks that you can move around and adjust so you can always feel successful and you can still have a great day. And when shit doesn't line up perfectly, because sometimes it sure doesn't. Joe Papasoyo planning to add static holds at the end of a set to failure for pressing exercises unless I fail at the bottom. Will holding for 5 to 8 seconds, then slowly lowering to spotter arms, good or a bad idea? A static hold at the end of a set to failure unless I fail at the bottom. So a static hold where? Like at the top? If it's at the top, it's really a tricep movement. So slowly lowering, you're doing an eccentric. It depends on what your programming is. I mean, I don't really think necessarily a static hold is worthwhile. You're extending the set in many ways. Partial reps are fantastic. So I would focus on, personally, I would do partial reps. So for example, if you're doing chest, doing partial reps, it's called lengthened partials, doing partial repetitions at the bottom of the movement. So let's say you have the spotter arms like low. So let's say at the end, right? All the way up, and then you kind of come down and then you can't get all the way up. Just do here. Try those lengthened partials and then you could fail on the spotter arms. Try lengthened partials. Enjoy. I know it didn't answer that question. So I wouldn't say it's a bad idea. But an isometric hold at the top, it's just a tricep lockout. It's not really a chest if you're trying to do chest pressing movement. Lengthened partials are much more effective. So you're not going to be able to make it all the way up. But then you said, okay, I've been doing at the top. I'm stupid. No, you're not stupid, man. No. Not at all. Not at all. But the point is, like, if you're doing a pressing movement, you're doing a chest. You're trying to target the chest, right? So you're doing the pressing movement. So then at the bottom, just get as high as you can, come back down as high as you can, and just do a few lengthened partials. And right when you can't, and then boom, drop it down. Oh, you're going to feel that. The Dusty Dud, Papa Swole. I've seen some of your YouTube shorts. Where do you get your weight machines in your backyard, and where do you store them when weather gets bad? Good question. So where do I get them? I mean, I buy them. So I picked them up. I picked up 3 more today. So I got some fucking epic shit today. I'm so stoked. I have tents in the backyard. I have some in other areas, but I have coverings in the backyard. So weather gets bad. It was massive hurricane today. I wouldn't say hurricane. It was just a rainstorm. It was really just a standard rainstorm, but it was raining hard and it was windy. And they're dry underneath. But I mean, if some of them where I have, sometimes in some areas, there's just not there's some water that blows on them, and they're heavy duty commercial weightlifting machines. They're fine. If they get some water on them, it ain't going to stop them. If you're leaving machines out in the sun, just getting rained on, then sun, and just sitting there all the time, never moving, never rotating, and they'll rust, and the bearings will eventually get fucked up, but you have to really trash these things. So no, they're covered. They're covered. I used to have tarps over them, and I would uncover them. That was a pain in the ass. And then I got some tents to put over them, like some canopies. And if those get destroyed, well, I'll build something more. That was just to test it out. And then if whatever reason, if that gets destroyed, we're probably going to do something much more professional. So that's just it was an interim step, and it's working out well for now. And if it doesn't, so really all it does is rain here. So it's not like up north or where some of you get snow. So I don't have to worry about snow. It's just rain. I do have to worry about hurricanes. I suppose that would probably destroy the canopies. But I mean, the machines aren't going anywhere. They'll just get rained on, and maybe some, if there's a light one or two, they might get moved a little bit. But there'll just be a lot of rain on them for a little bit, and then I'll have to dry them off and grease them again and take care of that. But yeah, I don't mind. I like having them out there. It's fun. Get dirty a little bit. Get dirty in the grass and the dirt and lift some fucking steel. What'd you say, Lacey? It's ironic the hurricane coming at Slider is hurricane. What? What happened? I have no idea what you just said, Lacey. Lacey just stroked down the middle of that sentence. Let's see. Wilson 7PS. Papa Swole, how can I improve my squat? I'm stuck at 185. Oh, there's a hurricane. California gets hurricanes? It's Hurricane Hillary. Yeah, well, we've been suffering from Hurricane Hillary for decades. How can I improve my squat? I'm stuck at 185. Well, I don't really know anything about what you're doing. There's many ways to improve. It depends on where you're weak. So it could be certain accessory muscles. It could be your form. It could be your programming. It could be your nutrition. It could be your volume that you're doing. So it could be any number of things. It's really hard. I could just go through every option on improving your squat, but those are some things to look at. A lot of times people don't have good form. They do too much volume. They're not doing other accessory movements. There are other great exercise like leg extensions and hack squats and things that can unlock certain stimulation. But a lot of times people are squatting, doing tons of volume and really not pushing themselves. So you're obviously, if you're stuck at 185, you're obviously could be form related, but it's likely your intensity and it's likely your volume and it's likely your recovery and everything in between. The Dusty Dud, Papa Swolio, did you buy them new or used? How do you find them? Offer up, Facebook Marketplace. Did I buy them new or used? I don't know if I bought any of my outdoor machines. I'm trying to think of any single. None of them are new. I got them all from. Some of them look next to new, or some of them are practically new. But I didn't buy like straight from the. Actually, there's one that I got straight from the factory. I'm trying to sell right now. I'm trying to sell this pendulum squat because I bought another one while I was waiting for that one. I bought another one because I saw one come up for sale that I wanted more. So I got that one. So I'm trying to sell this other one. So I look for certain things. There's certain pieces that I want, and I like older equipment. I like older equipment because, like many things that people say, especially with fitness equipment, they most certainly don't make them like they used to. They most certainly don't make them like they used to. So today I picked up, I'll take some pictures. So this guy, I went down to this gym and he had 3 like pods, those like storage pods out back. And I went there because listed a old school Icarian donkey calf raise machine. I don't know if you guys remember those Icarian monster calf raise machines with the 400-pound stack. Oh, I thought it was almost a scam. I'm like, this is too good to be true. And a Flex Fitness 45-degree calf raise machine. I just love calf machines. So I got both of those. And I was there all day because the 2 machines that I wanted were in the back. They were in 2 separate pods. And of course, they were in the back. This guy had so many spin bikes, ellipticals, weight plates, fucking everything you can imagine was in front of these things. So literally, a friend, like we had to literally just take out literally had to empty these 2 containers to get to this. So I see this machine, one of the Flex Fitness calf machine. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's there in the back. And I look at the guy, I see this other machine, and I say to the guy, I'm like, how much is that one? Because I saw an old school chrome. It's all chrome. There's some rust pitting off to clean it up. This old school Paramount chrome pullover machine. And it was like that meme. It's like, you're coming home with me. So I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know that was there. And this thing is fucking beautiful looking. They don't make shit like they used to. On this machine, there's every single weight plate is stamped with Paramount. It's like the attention to detail in this thing was very impressive. So anyway, I find them on Facebook Marketplace. I find things used. I got this hammer strength isolateral chest press that was used, but pretty much new. So some of them I get in newer condition. Sometimes I get great deals. Sometimes, great deal is only relative. So if there's something I really want, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to lowball someone. If I know it's worth that, or I know it's a good deal and I really want it, I'll pay for it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you take this. And sometimes I'll talk someone down or make a lower offer, but it depends. You don't want to lowball someone and insult them or make them less likely to sell to you. So it depends. If I want something, and because this is what I do when it comes to fitness and training, every machine that I have has a purpose. So I don't buy things to, like some people, the reason why I have them outside and it's like, oh, aren't you worried about them getting ruined? Or yeah, I am. But at the same time, like it's metal. Like if it gets rained on, like it's going to be fine. It takes a lot for these things to rust. And I don't care if there's a little bit of surface rust, like on the paint, that stuff, the cosmetic doesn't bother me. If the bearings are greased, and that's fine. I want them to be functional. And it takes a lot. I don't buy them to resell. So they are investments and I could resell them, but I'm not buying them to sell them. So I'm not buying them to flip. I'm not buying them to maintain value. I'm buying them to use them because I enjoy them. So yeah. So I know what I want. If I find something that I like, it's like, ooh, I really want that, then I'll try to get it. Yeah. Well, things rust in Florida too. But I'll tell you what, I have this Rogue rack, this Rogue half rack, and I got that used. That thing, I have never covered it. I've never covered it. I have a Rogue half rack, like the SML2, the Monster Light, that's just out in the yard. Like there's rust like that. I have never covered it. So other things have been covered. That thing's just been rained on and rained on and rained on. Yeah, there's certain rust or like little like surface. It's 100. Like, that thing is literally a tank. I've never covered it. It just gets rained on. So it started getting rain. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just let it rain. Let's see how long it lasts. It's been totally fine. So it depends. Some people are really into the cosmetic stuff. Some people don't want any rust or this and the other. I think also when you have professional equipment, I think that's why it's a little bit of a counterintuitive, because some of these equipment or the machines could be thousands of dollars. So most of them are, but like some of them are like, holy shit, you're going to put that outside. But they really don't get ruined. Like it's just metal pipes and bars like that stuff, like to rust through steel like that. People, you might get little surface, like, things, but you can always repaint. You can sand it down. It's just, and don't forget these pieces of fitness equipment. I could talk about this all day, but the paint that they use on these things are also rust resistant, or their coating, because people sweat on these machines, and sweat will lead to rust if people are sweating on the same part of the machine. Sometimes prone leg curls, if you're on your stomach, sometimes if there's metal on the bottom, or if there's like bars or support beams, those will have rust on them because people are like dripping sweat on the machines. But you can repaint them, and it's not structural. So people just have no idea how long it takes for something to literally rust through. So when it comes to the bearings, when it comes to any kind of the swinging motions, it depends on what it is. If there's electronics, sometimes some machines can be more sensitive, but any of the cables, any of like the Kevlar belts and things on machines, at first I only got plate loaded stuff because I was paranoid. I didn't want anything to get damaged, but as long as it's out of the direct sunlight. But the Kevlar belts, those are so cheap, 10, 15 bucks. You can cut it, or you get it and you strap it through the machine and you can screw it back in. So a lot of these replacement parts are super cheap. You just have to be handy, unscrew something, unbolt something, put a new cable or put a longer cable. It's just bolts. Same thing with working on a car. At first you might be like, I don't want to break anything. But once you start changing tires or swapping out batteries or intakes or exhaust stuff or axles, you're like, oh, you just smash things, you're popping things off. It's just... So anyway, once I realized how resilient it was, as long as it's out of direct sunlight and out of rain for the most part, like if one of the things rips and it gets rained on, like today, all the equipment that was on the back, it's probably never seen wet, got caught in a thunderstorm. So it got all the stuff, the Paramount one, the calf, like they just got rained on, like drenched. It's like, what am I going to do? So as long as I put silicone on the things, as long as it functions, it's fine. Yeah, it really, it's great. And the thing is, because like if it's sitting there, if I leave a piece of equipment out in the sun or out there exposed, it just gets rained on and then sun and rained on and sun, and it's sitting in water, and I never use it. I never hinge it. Eventually it's going to get a little fucked up. Right. So you just take care of it. So if it's covered, it's out of there's still moisture in the air and stuff like that. But I have fans out there. I have fans blowing through, and then if it's a sunny day, I'll lift up the sides so I can get some cross ventilation and stuff. And yeah. So I was thinking actually some of the content I need to start doing is do like a gym tour where like I do, like, cause I need, the shorts on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Should probably do some where it's like on each piece of equipment. Can't do one video on it. It would take too long, but just kind of talk about each piece of equipment this is a Magnum whatever chest press, and just kind of do like a video on each piece. So yeah, I haven't counted up how many pieces I have, but I have a few of different ones, some different options. And sometimes, so now it's getting to the point where I like certain ones because, okay, these are plate load, but then I also want a selectorized. I want one with a weight stack, and then I want this one. And then, well, I want this one that's sitting upright instead of lying down. So I'm going to have to, I don't know where I'm going to put them all. So it's slowly expanding, but I'm at the point now where I'm at the point now where there's nothing out like crazy. Like, ooh, I want that. If I see something really unique, I might go after it. But I have most of the things. I'm very grateful for it. I've been aggressive trying to get it, but I have most of the things I really, really want. So I can be more picky now. Panos Marino P. Panos Marino P. Travel workout for a 23-year-old. Do some yoga. A travel workout. There's so many things you can do. I mean, kettlebells, bands, do some push-ups, do some yoga. Travel. I mean, I don't care how old you are. Working out. Carson in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Papa Swole, will we ever get a Cooking with Chef Swolio mancast? I mean, it's going to be me just eating a steak. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Matt the Great says Riley's man puss is moist from all this workout talk. Yeah.
Emotional damage.
All right. Papa After Dark. Hell yeah. Fams, hashtag Swole After Dark. Don't be sad. Get Swole After Dark with Papa and the fam. Welcome to Swole After Dark. Cerny says, bet you'll find more. I bet you're right. Cerny. Aww. Oh, the tainty man. Oh, Mr. Tainty boy. Hello, Mr. Tainty man. The tainty man. He's so tainty. Look at those claws, dude. Look at this man paws. Look at those meat hooks. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate the questions. I could literally talk about fitness equipment. Christy says, give me all the rusty equipment. It all works. Oh, yeah. Especially when it comes to dumbbells and stuff and bars. You know how people have... So when I originally got like some of the barbells and stuff, I got one of those brushes to clean it. You know, because you brush it off. You know, people are oiling barbells. You know that? Do you know that people do that? People oil barbells and they scrape it off so they don't get any rust pitting. I don't give a shit. There's a little rust on my barbell. I do understand some people get like really high level bars and like special deadlift bars that cost like $1,000. And like, okay, I get it. Some people are really picky about that. So for me, it's important for me, like the piece of equipment, but in terms of the weight plates, I don't care. Some people are really obsessive about collecting all their weight plates have to be like deep dish or certain style metal things. I just get cheap fucking metal plates on Amazon because I would need a lot of them. And I just can't justify for certain types of plates. Like, no, I just get some simple fucking weights. If I need more, I order a few more and they show up overnight. Like, I don't care. As long as it's 45 pounds or it's 25 pounds, I give less than 0.6 fucks. As long as as long as the weight is what it says it is. See, for that, I don't care. Some people get really picky about, like, I need to have all these 6-shooter plates where I have specific rubber grip. I don't care. I just want, fuck 35s, bro. Dude, fuck 35s. That's a great shirt. Fuck 35s. Yeah, fuck your 35s. That's a great t-shirt. Fuck 35s. You have a 35 on the bar? Fuck you. You may as well oil up your man puss. 35s. Fucking, oh, you can't put on a 45? You're not strong enough to do a 45? 435. Hey, have a 25? A 25 and a 10. Be a man. 25 and a 10. You can put on a 45 and a 35. I have, I think, two. I have two. All right. I have two pairs. I have a pair. I have a pair of 35s. I don't even know where they are, but it's always awkward. Like I'm doing the math. I'm like, oh yeah, 35. Let me put a 35 on there. I think I have a pair of 35s. I forget where I got them. I think I bought a set from this guy, and I'm like, ah. He's like, all right, 35s. I'm like, I guess I'll take them. Yeah, I have a pair of 35s. I actually don't even know. I think they're out. I think they're in the gym outside. I think they're there. Actually, I think I used to have one on the T-bar row for a while. And you know, the cool thing is, and this is why one thing I never realized is how many weight plates gyms have. Because once the gym started expanding outside, I'm like, I am not carrying these 45s over here across the gym through the machines to the other side. So now it's getting to the point where I'm not going to take the weights from there and go like 3 machines over. So now I'm just getting every like few days or a week, I'm getting like another couple pairs of 45s just because I'm not carrying them across all these different, because the thing is, if I want to do the leg press, because I have a Cybex squat press and I'll put like 8 or 9 plates on each side. I don't want to be collecting plates from everywhere because I have my equipment pretty close together. So I have to walk through and no, I'm not, because then I have to bring them all back and take it all off. So, but the cool thing of having your home gym, especially for me, I have all these different machines, is I can literally just leave plates on the machines. I actually encourage myself. I have like the antithetical gym rules. I rarely re-rack my weights. Why the fuck would I? It's there when I need it, and that's the weight I did last time, so I know what weight I lifted. It's already ready to go. So I just leave plates on the T-bar row. I might take one off, so like, okay, I'll do a warm-up set, but I just leave that on there. I just leave plates on the machines, especially ones that I use frequently. Why would I take them all off? It doesn't make sense. So, yeah. So it feels good. I'm like, I am not taking it off. Mama doesn't use any equipment? Oh, you calling out Mama Swole? I would not do that, bro. Rest easy. Sleep with one eye open. Hugging your pillow tight. You're gonna die. Yeah, she does. But it depends. Usually when she does, I'm working out with her, so I'll put her on certain things, and because some of the machines are selectorized, like they have the weight stack. So that's easy to change. And a sandwich. But I don't eat bread. 35s are the Megs in the gym. Meg uses 35s. That's right. The best part about a home gym, no need to re-rack. Now I'll put my stuff away on the inside. So I usually do put my stuff away, or I'll tidy it up in the inside for the inside gym, because the inside gym is inside the house. So I have like the rack and stuff. So I will put things away, but not outside. But at the same time, if I'm training inside, there's the barbell stuff. So I'll put that stuff away. I'm not just going to leave that shit everywhere. But with the machines, there's nothing to put away. Like, I'm not putting the machine away. That machine's staying right there. So I'll just leave the weights on there sometimes. All right. Let's see. How do you fit all that gym equipment in the kitchen for Mama to use? Oh, sandwich. Mama! Meatloaf! Fuck! What is she doing in there? I never know what she's doing. All right. That was a good one. That was a good one. She made some great eggs tonight. Some eggs and cheese, fantastic. And I ate the rest of like a half of a watermelon. I just pounded it. I was hungry. Right before the show. I had to eat. Oh my God. All right. This is the last question because I usually would just skip these because they're fucking retarded. And
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Except this. Someone with Ali Fed. What are your favorite colors? Okay. Time to go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep.
What's your favorite color, Papa Swallow? What's your favorite color?
Let's see the Tainty Man. Oh, look at the fucking Tainty Man. He's so tainty. And the church perch. Hi, sweet beach. Do you want to see everyone before we go balls deep? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to everyone? You want to say hi? Okay, here we go. Who wants some church? Ooh. Oh my God, you smell so good. You smell so good. Let me sniff you. I'm going to sniff you just like the president. You ready? Ugh. Oh. Yeah, let me sniff you. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. I take you off the perch. Why are you shaking? Why are you nervous? The churchy. Bite your bellies? Not bite your bellies. Oh, that was in my mouth. Jeez.
Come on, man.
That went in my mouth. Okay. All right, enough of that. Let's go balls deep. Let's see what we got. You see that, fam? You see that? That means a great day to stack some sats. Fuck yeah, bitches. All right. I love it. Let's, ew. No. Oh, this is not good before bed. Because after this, I'm going right to bed. Let's do going to the doctor. Fam, I'm sorry. I don't know if the bottom bar, you're going to be able to see this, but that's a gunch. So here we got. This one's called Going to Doctor.
What's in the box?
Going to doctor.
All right, heart rate is fine, blood pressure is fine.
No, you're not getting the full. You're not getting all of it. Now you're getting all of it. All right, now you can enjoy. Feast your eyes.
All right, heart rate is fine, blood pressure is fine. We did all the tests completely fine. So you need to lose weight. Oh, okay. Well, what will that help with? Definitely with being skinnier.
All right. Well, now, is that why the doctor's saying that? Full-bodied Becca. So if someone's screen name is at full-bodied Becca, you know that her identity is built around being morbidly obese. Full-bodied. A wine can be full-bodied. A cigar can be full-bodied. Even, a dark roast can be a full-bodied coffee. That means you're obese. You're fat. Morbidly obese. A full-bodied human. Fuck all the way off. Just like small-sized or mid-sized, like you're a goddamn like Kia Sportage or something. So anyway, if you're rocking the front bump and you're not pregnant, you're fat. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I don't care what chromosomes you have. You're fat. Let's say it for what it is. So the reason why the doctor is saying you need to lose weight, what does that mean? How do you lose weight? You change your habits. Change the inputs. The outputs are going to be different. The doctor is saying you should change your habits. Now, if you just say losing weight, yeah, I mean, can you lose weight doing stupid shit? Sure. You could have cancer and lose weight. You can starve yourself and lose weight. You could do stupid, shitty, short-term diets and lose weight. But what it means is, hey, you should change your habits so you don't look like that, because your habits are not obviously good. You wouldn't look like that if you had better habits. So these compounded bad habits have led you here. Let's change those bad habits. No. Fat phobia. Fat phobia. Okay. You're not healthy. You don't look like that by accident. So again, no hate whatsoever. Just frustration with the misdirection and the lack of responsibility and the lack of just the offsetting of control. It's a doctor's fault. The doctor didn't eat what you ate. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's do another horrific one because they all are. All right, we're gonna we're gonna do that one first because the other one. Oh Jesus, yeah, that one's last. Let's do thin privilege in society. Thin privilege in society.
What's in the box?
Here we go.
That's a huge bitch.
All right, so it says in reply to Allie's comment, it says, I always thought / was told it was in my head until I lost 100 pounds and strangers were noticeably kinder. I just want to point out that most of the time when people think that other people are racist or hateful or talking shit about them behind their back, usually it's your internal monologue and you're projecting that into other people's heads. You don't know what other people are thinking. So ever notice that if you're in a better mood, everything else seems to be happier? Like it's the lens that you look through the world. So if you hate yourself, guess what? Everyone else has to hate you too. If you're miserable and you're self-loathing, guess what? Everyone is against you. Everything that everyone looks at, everyone's thinking is negative about you. If you feel embarrassed and you feel low self-esteem, you're going to the gym, you're like, oh, you're so embarrassed. You don't know what you're doing. You're thinking everyone else knows I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone else thinks I suck. Everyone else thinks I'm fat. You're just projecting. So you lost 100 pounds and strangers were noticeably nicer. Or you lost 100 pounds, you walked around more confidently, you were more friendly, you were in a better mood, you were presenting yourself better because you were proud of yourself. And guess what? You perceive everything nicer. And people are nicer to you because you're being nicer. Just a thought.
When I've been at the lowest weight that I've ever been and you go out in society, that's when you realize, holy fuck, the world is built so different for thin people. Like I'm at the bar, so many people are talking to me and noticing me. Like I feel like it's a whole new world that I'm experiencing. And that to me is like
fucking ultra cap. Holy fucking super capilicious expialidocious cap. Oh my God. Fucking Caposaurus Rex over here. Did you say that? Did you say? What did you say?
At the bar, so many people are talking to me and noticing.
Did you say so many people are talking to you at the bar? Cap. It's a massacre. Cap.
Like I'm at the bar, so many people are talking to me and noticing me. Like I feel like it's a whole new world that I'm experiencing. And that to me is like the most hurtful, sad thing is the way that us as a society portray fat people and like in our own minds and the way we treat each other based on our bodies.
In your own minds. Yes. The amazing world of inside these people's minds. That's inside their minds. It must be, all right, I'll tell you what goes on inside their minds must be the equivalent of storming the beaches of Normandy. But you have, instead of Nazis, you have like unicorns shooting rainbows out of their assholes down at you. And you have like leprechauns parachuting in from the sky and there's like lollipops everywhere. And then all of a sudden an Oompa Loompa just runs out. Like it must be the fucking absolute Willy Wonka's chocolate factory just jacked up to 11.
I think
And it's
really
unconscious
sucks.
bias too. I personally haven't really had the experience of like losing, a certain amount of weight and like experiencing life with that privilege. But
No shit. Fucking no shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude there, but no shit. You don't say.
bias too. I personally haven't really had the experience of like losing, a certain amount of weight and like experiencing life with that privilege. But I have watched a lot of people on the internet talk about that and how it's like one of the biggest heartbreaks of their lives because it really confirms what they thought to be true. And like the difference of, especially men treat them so differently and like people open the door for you and like things happen for you. And I believe it. Like I know that to be true.
And then I gained all the way back and then it goes away. And that's a part of it that does also feel heartbreaking. Because to me, it's like that weight wasn't a natural weight for me at all.
Jokes write themselves. It's gained all the way back. Can you having habits like that, just having these most garbage fucking habits, like people don't understand how much all of those actions, like the fact that you can lose X amount of weight, gain it all back. Do you have any idea how much that bleeds into every aspect of your life? These people act like or pretend like that's happening in isolation. If you have no discipline, you have terrible fucking habits. Do you have any idea how many other ones are just piled into every aspect of your life? It's not like that just happens. I do random shit and nothing fucking works. And people are nice to me when I take care of myself and I feel better about myself. And then people are meaner to me when I feel shitty and I get fucking morbidly obese again and I let everything fall apart. You don't say. Maybe your perception has something to do with it. I'll tell you what, if you're eating like shit, how many of you are morbidly obese? Were morbidly obese. A lot of you lost a ton of weight or in the process of it. Did you feel great when you were 400, 300 fucking pounds and eating like shit? Did you feel great? Did you feel awesome? Did the world around you look all rosy and, just fantastic? And then now that you've lost a lot of weight and you built muscle and you're meditating, you're getting sunlight, you're eating real food and you're sleeping well and you have purpose and intent every day, do you notice people being nicer to you? Are you a better person? Do you feel like you have more energy? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? When you were a fat, lazy fucking slob, no one looked at you, no one opened the door. Why would they? You can't fit through it. What are we doing? Like, you have to respect yourself. If you take care of your health, guess what? It shows that you give a shit. It shows that you have discipline. It shows that you respect your body, that you take care of yourself. So people expect respect. People expect respect and everyone to get on their fucking knees and praise them for literally just sitting there existing, eating Taco Bell and cake all the time. And they're shocked when people don't give them fucking respect. You don't respect yourself. It starts with you. So stop expecting this shit externally and start with yourself first. All right. One more. That's right. Yeah, Christy nailed it. It's just like the elimination diet. Christy says, you don't notice you feel like shit until you no longer do. Then you realize you're compensating every day. That's what it's like when you eat garbage food. I felt great, right? I had muscles and I was relatively lean when I was eating Sour Patch Kids, like a bodily function. And then guess what I think about that now? I think it's grotesque. I can't believe I fucking put that trash in my body. But you get used to it. I got used to eating that when I went to the gym and afterwards. I got used to eating that stuff. You find a new normal. A lot of you that do the elimination diet and you change your habits, you realize, how the fuck did I eat that shit? It's because you don't now. Your body will find a new normal. You don't know anything different. You can't see outside of the system. If you're eating like shit all the time, you're not sleeping well, you're this, your body's that's your new normal. That's your zero. That's your normal. So a good day for you is eating shit, not sleeping, and just feeling like you're trying to caffeinate up so you can make it through the day. That's your normal. You're setting the bar really low, but that's your normal. So if you don't have as much diet soda that day, you might feel a little bit better. And like, oh, you had a good day. You didn't put 2 and 2 together to make 4. So your 0 point is just low. You just normally feel like shit. You perform like shit. You're getting by. You're on medication, stuff like that. But that's your 0 point. You don't feel bad because you don't know anything different. That's your normal. That's your normal. Your normal is feeling like shit. Matt the Great at 340 pounds. I had constant headaches and joint pain along with other issues. 110 pounds down, basically a different person. That's fantastic. But think about this, right? And I'm sure, Matt, you would agree. You had constant headaches. I'm sure they were bad. I'm sure but guess what? You got used to those constant headaches. So you had constant headaches, but guess what constant headaches means? That's your 0. You're used to having constant pain. So guess what? Your tolerance of a headache and that pain is tremendous. So I guarantee for some of the days where you just had a headache, but it was so low level for you comparative to what you normally deal with, what you would consider bad at the time, your just normal 0 point would probably feel like someone was hitting me with a sledgehammer. So if I felt that, because I don't get headaches often, I would have probably just been incapacitated. But that would just be your normal. It's just relative. And now if you felt like that the way you did then today, it would probably feel the same way. Just the contrast would be holy shit, you probably wouldn't even be able to handle it. Liver shits is the new normal. We can hope so. At least you're eating liver. At least you're eating liver. Diet soda is the devil, says Joe Gann. The devil, I say. Tarnation. Diet sodas, diet pop. All right. Churchy, what you doing, baby? She's pawing at me. What you doing, mama? What you doing, sweet girl? What you doing, baby? You want me to hold you again? I'm almost done with the show. And then we're going to go sleepies. All right. Let's do the last one. Fat phobic people work hard to be perfect. Fat phobic people work hard to be perfect. I don't know. We just are. Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. All right. It says Stitch incoming. Oh, yay. Last one. Here we go. And then we'll do a throwback after we give away the Swole card.
My bigger question is, would the fat girl date you?
Fat phobic people are fat phobic because they work very hard to put on this perfect persona.
What the fuck is that?
They try very hard to be exactly what society told them to be.
Hey.
And they get very angry.
This is like if Dorothy went to EDC and just did so much fucking Molly. This looks like rave Dorothy, right? There's no place like home. Okay. All right.
Society told them to be. And they get very angry when they see people who they deem as having not worked.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
When they see those people happy. When they see those people succeeding in life.
Oh, how is this so long?
When they see people like me being loved, being accepted for who they are, it makes them angry.
Hi-ho.
Because as perfect as they have made themselves, they still can't find anybody to love them. And they don't understand that it's because they are miserable, hateful, mean-spirited people.
Get to the
And that's just my 2 cents, I reckon.
That was not 2 cents, you reckon. That was easily $1.50. That was way too much. Way too much. I wish it was 2 cents. I wish it was 2 seconds. We still have more.
If you want people to love you, you gotta love yourself first. And if you only love what you see, but not what's inside of you, you're never gonna find it. So, yeah. Love you. The you inside. When you can do that, other people will love you. Have the day you deserve.
I'll be honest. It ended. This is literally what we just talked about. Hey, I give credit when credit's due. The ending wasn't bad. Right? Look, if someone's... I don't care if they look like a crystal meth clown. I will give credit when credit's due. Love you. That you inside, when you can do that, other people will love you. That's not, I don't really agree 100%. That's not necessarily true. Have the day you deserve. All right, take care of yourself. In other words, respect yourself, take care of yourself. Okay, let's move on. All right, yay, golf clap. Okay.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
I can't believe that's a real soundboard. I can't believe that fucking happened. All right.
I got hairy legs.
Yep. Most men do. Okay. We got here. Let's get with a swole card and then swole card and then swole card time. Swole after dark. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Swole after dark. Here we go. Falcon. Here we go. Swole after dark. Who's gonna win swole card? Who's gonna win swole card? Oh, God damn it. All right. It's Matt the Great. Congratulations. All right. Great. Everyone's like, yay. All right. Come on. Stop whining. All right. Matt the Great sent us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card. Oh, my God. Get that out there. Swole card 2659, the subject, your mailing address, in the body of the email, and we'll send you this amazing swole card. Fam, thanks for being here. Fantastic. Closing it down. Shut them down now. We got some piano cot coming up in just a second. Let's get some soundboard requests. Come on. I know there's a sound that you like. I know there's a sound that you want. Tell me what you want, fam. Tell me what you want. Come on, fam. Why don't you just type in the chat and tell me what you want? I got all the soundboards right here. Get the soundboard you like and I'll share with you. It's gonna be a great time.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
Look at Mr. Brian Show over here just waiting on that muscly on paperboard. Hope she brings me some good news.
Shut up, bitch!
I like to caress rusty spoons.
I arrive in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
stuff, very classy. I'm learning a lot from you right now, dude.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Coast to coast. Nailed it again. Excellent.
Shampoo my crotch.
I will shortly because I need to take a shower because I am stinky. Fam, we have a throwback first.
Our participation in diet culture and the pursuit of the thin ideal is a form of racism.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
It's upholding the white supremacist ideals.
These people are so insane.
We may not realize that diet culture is rooted in racism and in separating ourselves from the Black aesthetic.
What?
The Black aesthetic.
What?
The Black aesthetic.
That's not a real thing.
Take a look at Sabrina String's book, Dr. Sabrina String's book, Fearing the Black Body.
It comes back to that fucking black body book.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it always comes back to it. You know, it's like, you know the saying, it's like everything always comes back to racism, or everything always comes back to, I don't know, whatever. It always comes back to that fat black book, whatever you call it. It reminds me of like Hocus Pocus, where she's like, book. It's like the fat book. I feel like all the fat acceptance, they sing that. I guess it's Hocus Pocus season coming up soon. But I feel like all the fat acceptance people just do the same singing, like the book. And it's like Sabrina Strings book, just like the fat book of death. Okay. Well, fam, that's all we have for today. I love a good Swole After Dark. I'll tell you what. I can't tell you exactly what time I'll be going live, but it'll be earlier. It'll be earlier in the day. It's not going to be an evening. We got overtime. Oh my God, I haven't even said it. Fam, a lot of you already know this. I apologize. Boo on me. Boo on me.
How dare you?
I dare. I mean, look, I will also do whatever the fuck I want because it's my show and fuck your feelings. But sometimes I forget because we have so many things going on all the time. But without further ado, let me just bring it up on the screen. Most of you know already that after tomorrow's FefCast, we have overtime. So that's our weekly bonus segment for members. And we have brand new balls deep edits like the one we just watched in the throwback section. And we also will have Drive Mo Gaining. So this is a special Drive Mo Gaining today. And tomorrow you're going to like it. We'll do some throwback Drive Mo Gaining. We'll have some new balls deep edits. So it's going to be fire. So we'll talk to you before Fef. I'll send you a message. If you're not a member, you won't get a message, but join the fam today. You'll get a Swole text and you'll get a Telegram alert and a Discord alert in advance of the show. So be ready for it. It's going to be fire and have a great night. And it's officially, right now, it's officially Fef. So happy Fef, everyone. A little evening Fef. We translated into Fef. That being said, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGeese, or today. Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in